somewhere in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and North Carolina, we bring you the Techigy podcast. Welcome to our monthly flagship podcast here in the confines of our offices, buried deep in our basements. Well, we don't have a basement in North Carolina, but we do in our northern friends. So, what's up, guys? You guys getting ready for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I've already got my Christmas stuff up.
I know, you're ahead of this game. You've already got pictures with your dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
Going back to the basement thing, I think I'm the only one in the basement, right?
I'm not. I'm in my living room.
No one's in the basement but me.
I'm in a bonus room. That's what they call it here in the South. Hey, it's a bonus room.
This is where my wife keeps me locked up.
Where they got you hiding, JM?
Oh, in the back bedroom.
So okay,
Yeah.
so
Close to the toilet, in case something happens.
it does. When you get a little older, you gotta
Mhm.
be aware of those.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
monsters chase you.
Yes, indeed.
Exactly. Well, it's great to see everybody. So, what's everybody been playing? What's everybody been doing? What's?
I always said that the podcast would go into the toilet. So
We normally get about 15 minutes in before they go.
yeah.
Well, we can always, maybe the next time I'll broadcast live from the bathroom.
Yeah, well, at least you get the echoes properly. That's where Weird Al actually recorded his first the My Bologna, the spoof of My Sharona. He actually did record it in a bathroom.
Did you guys watch that movie at all?
It was good. I liked it. It was so stupid.
It was a total parody.
Yeah, it was a total parody.
From beginning to end.
Yeah. It's got a totally different ending than I
The whole thing. None of that was true.
Yeah, I mean, none of it. Very little of it was true. You haven't seen it. It's called Weird, the Al Yankovic story. It actually, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Doesn't Daniel Radcliffe play him in that?
Yeah,
Yes, he does. He actually does a good job.
yeah. You got good old Harry Pothead.
Other than being short, he needs to be taller. But
Yeah, because Weird Al's like six foot.
oh, wait a minute. I guess that would be a parody. He's short and the other one's tall. There you go. See?
Well, it's the long and short of it. All right, MC man, what you done? What you got for us today? I know you've been working on it.
Here's what I got for you. I've been trying to learn how to program games to not very much success, but
For the last 30 years.
hey, I'm not retired. I don't have a lot of time to put into it, so it's tough. You only get a couple hours to try to learn stuff. But anyway, what I wanted to show though were some. They all cost money, but they're not too much. But I wanted to show some 2D websites that they actually have creative software where you can, download them for usually a monthly or yearly fee, except for one I know of that does not, which I'll show that last. But I wanted to show them because they're unlike Unreal and Unity. You don't have to know C programming. A lot of them are kind of drag and drop, or they're action code, which is much easier than learning how to program C. So let me bring up the first one and share screen. Hold on a minute. Gotta share my screen. Where is it now?
For those listening, just audio, you'll have to, if you want to see this, you can go to the YouTube channel.
Well, I can read off the web address if you want. But anyway, if you're looking at the screen, can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. The first one here is called Construct. I think it's actually number 3. What was nice about the first 1 and 2, where they had a free trial that had 90% of this stuff, you could actually learn to do this stuff without having to pay any money. Now, you couldn't publish anything without paying some money, but at least you could learn how to program it. But what I like about this kind of is this one gives you like a guided tour, and actually, takes you through and gives you a guided tour so you can learn how to program this way. That one's kind of nice because it just starts out right away with, and it does it all on the web. And basically, if you want to pay for it, it's $20 a month or $120 a year, and it publishes games on Android, iOS, Windows, Mac, Linux, Steam, and a few other places like, I guess, Facebook games and stuff like that. And the website address is basically just www.construct.net/en. And this is like basically you would go through this whole thing, and you could see it basically uses properties on the left, and they do kind of a lot of them do a similar thing. They have a tree where you put your your sprites, your sounds, your music, and stuff like that. But anyway, that's Construct. Let me open the next one, maybe just over top.
Now I'm going to ask a real important question that JM and I are going to have. Can
Yes.
you make a hockey game on it?
Probably. You could probably make a hockey game on that.
Okay.
Because they're all 2D, either like the Mario type or above, just like this next one, RPG Maker, this VX Ace. You do have to buy this one. I think it's priced $70, but it does kind of I don't know if they show a picture here. You kind of do the top down looking or the 2D 3D kind of look. It actually gives you squares and that you can actually build all this stuff.
Kind of like older Zelda, maybe.
Older Zelda, yeah. You'd make like the Zelda game. So it's pretty good for that.
This is actually RPG Maker's been around for a while, and it's probably if you people that are making RPGs for PC, Sega, and Nintendo, this is probably the most popular.
Interesting.
It is, and you can actually make maps. Not only the thing, but you can actually make maps, and it has some other stuff where you create characters and everything else. It's actually pretty neat. And then, I'm going to show 4 of them here. That's the first 2. And then my favorite, which used to be pretty much free if you just made it for a PC. But then, of course, everybody's going to this subscription stuff, which I'd rather just buy the thing outright than have to pay a monthly fee like everything else. But Game Maker is my favorite. And what's nice about it is you can do it by drag and drop, or I'm trying to find if it shows any drag or drop. But basically what it does is it has the same kind of tree thing where you put your sprites in a room and you create objects and stuff like that. I mean, they show you over here, they actually have an editor for doing your own sprites, and they have a timeline where you can do, like timeline of stuff so that you can actually play music and stuff like that. It's actually a lot of these games are out there, and this one actually has its own store too. I think actually it's called their Showcase, and you can see they actually you can sell your games on their store. So which if you produce a game, you can upload it and then sell it through their store. But you can also make it for for PC or what is it? It goes for Windows, Mac, Linux, Android, iOS, HTML5, Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch. Now it has a bunch of different tiers of pricing, and some of it's a little limited and some of it's not, and it has to do with what systems you can build it for or the web. You can get it as low as $5 a month or $50 a year, or then that's called the Creator Pack. And then there's an Indie Pack, which is $10 per month and $100 a year, which I think that lets you do like for a lot of different systems. And then the Enterprise ones will let you do it for the web and the Xbox and PlayStation, all that. It's actually $80 a month and $800 a year. And then it's basically, I forgot to give you the website of the other one, but I'll read that here in a minute. But Game Maker Studio is actually https:// it's gamemaker.io/en/gamemaker. And the RPG Maker, which I forgot to give you the website, it's https://www.rpgmakerweb.com/products/ well, if you go there, you'll actually get to the website, but if you want to see the one that's the most popular, it's product/RPG-maker-VX-ACE. And then are all the paid ones, and they're all pretty good and they're pretty popular. I was trying to find a free one. Now, I don't have much experience with this one at all. I just found this like a week ago. I'll bring up the website. Now, I don't know. I think the way they call it is default, even though it looks like default. It's open source. It's what else? It's open source and it's free, and it has its own language. GDS script. You can use C#, C++, or CD native, but it actually lets you do a lot of stuff drag and drop too. I don't know if and it has its own, like here it shows you a picture where basically you have the properties on one side, you can see code and the play screen. You have a timeline at the bottom, and on the right is all the properties. And that's the way they do a lot of these things. You make like your sprite and you add properties to it, like if it can bounce off of something or go through something or explode, or so it's simpler than doing the total like writing code. And actually, what else with this one?
Is that the Stadia logo down there? At the S.
Well, yeah, these are the systems that can go for. You can make it for the Switch.
Where? Oh no, that's HTML5.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was going, is that the Stadia logo?
No.
But all of them do pretty good programs. I mean, you can make
This one looks really good, actually, for
free. It is. It's a little. It's a little bit. I don't want to say a little bit. It's a level tougher than like Game Maker and the RPG Maker and the Construct 3. This one's actually tougher, but it can do the same as all the others. And you can see through the screen here. You can actually make 3D games in this one too.
There's Fred Flintstone. Yeah,
but I mean, these are the ones I recommend for people to try if you want to try to learn how to program. I would do these first before I try to go to a Unity or Unreal, where it is some drag and drop, but you always have to write code. And if you don't know C+ or C#, you're gonna have some issues. So I mean, you can copy code from other people's program. I don't want to say that. There's a lot. I don't want to say.
Whoa.
I don't want to say that. They have examples out there for people, and you can go out there and get examples of code. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So,
You can get snippets.
Right. So, but these are the ones I would recommend. And, what can I say? I have a game in Game Maker that I started, but all I got's like a ship and some plants moving and stuff like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, if I had the time, I could maybe bring it up here, but
that Family Island game that was shown right there at the end looks like one of those generic mobile games that you get like advertisements for on like Instagram and Facebook, and they're really bad. No, that's not to say that's.
Yeah, we don't know if the game's any good or not.
I don't know, but it's what it reminds me of.
Yeah, because it looks like a generic Fred Flintstone.
Well, here's the thing. We can move on, and if you want, I can try to start up this program. We can pop in. I can show you what I got so far. But
sure, yeah. You can bring it up later. We'll circle back to it real quick.
Game Maker takes like 5 minutes to start on my machine.
Yeah, well, when it crashes your video card, we'll know at least what happened.
Yeah,
when I get kicked off, you'll know.
When we get the blackout.
Just real quick, this isn't necessarily what I want to talk about, but I did pick up God of War Ragnarok for the PS5, and I will say it is a very good game. Obviously, I have my nitpicks with it, which I won't get into right now, because I want to finish it before I officially say anything about it. But I refuse to. If anyone that gives this game of the year and skips over Elden Ring is going to be on my shit list. I'm looking. Well, I'm real mad because a bunch of Sony fans went on like Metacritic and all the socially sourced reviews, and they were review bombing Elden Ring to drop its score, and they dropped it from 9.5 to 6.7.
Yeah, that's sad.
That's BS.
Yeah, that's really sad. I'm not a fan of that genre, JC, but that game it's the game of the year, and I'm not even a fan of that genre.
Elden Ring.
Yeah, Elden Ring. Yeah,
Absolutely.
absolutely. Yeah,
Absolutely. And don't get me wrong, God of War Ragnarok is beautiful. It's like the mea culpus of that series. And the gameplay is great in that, but it is not Elden Ring.
right.
And the fact that Sony Sony people that the obsessed Game Boys that had to go out and review bomb Elden Ring to make it look like it had like people aren't going to know those are review bombs because go read the reviews. They're just bull crap. It's crazy that people do that, and that automatically, you know what, just because Sony fans did that, disqualified. Sorry. I know that doesn't represent a majority of Sony fans. Actually, it might. But yeah, because of those fanboys, disqualification as far as I'm concerned. Plus, the game didn't come out till November. That's next year game of the year. You can't pull that in at the
Like
last
the Academy
minute.
Awards, you gotta have a cutoff.
I would say if you don't have your game by August, then it can't count because that's not enough time. But
Hey, John, I could start that game if you just want to see it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, let me share screen again. If I could share screen.
Yeah, because John, it takes several months for them to get all the bugs out of the game after they release it.
Well, 2 months isn't even enough time for most people to play it.
Right.
Aside from like the hardcore fans, and obviously God of War is probably Sony's most popular franchise right now outside of Spider-Man.
Right.
Um,
It's their Halo.
Well,
I mean, quite frankly, it's their Halo.
but there's going to be a lot of people
It has anything to do with it, John. God of War wins, doesn't matter.
I know, but there's still going to be a lot of people that have a PS4 that are Xbox guys first, and they're going to wait till that price comes down and buy it on the PS4. They're not running and getting that for it's $70. It was $70 on the PS5, by the way. It was all PS5 games are $69.99.
Which the Xbox, unfortunately, is the same way. And
everything's going that way.
Beginning of the year, everything's going to 70. You could see where the games.
Yeah.
If you look in the store, the ones to the end of the year are still $60, $65, and then if you after the end of the year, they're all 70 or more.
Which I won't buy the next year's NHL because they dropped the price on that one by like $30 within a month into the season, which really made me upset.
I learned with Xbox, you wait 6 months, you can get them all cheaper.
Yeah, but it's still too far into the hockey season. But they really didn't do a whole lot with the game this year, so I'm kind of disappointed.
Yeah, there's certain games I can wait on, but sometimes there's a game that like
there's that one game.
I feel left out. Like I almost didn't get Elden Ring on launch day. And I was launch day. It was like launch day eve, and I convinced myself, you know what, I better buy this because I'm going to feel really left out if I don't pay the full price for this and get this, which I don't think the price came down on it anyways. But anyways, MC, go ahead.
Yeah. So you see here, this is Game Maker. So you see, and like the property stuff's on the left, and over here on the right, you could see there's a sound folder and scripts, and rooms are where your background is, like that space background app. But anyway, if I hit play and you could test the game. Now this may be loud. Here it is. I made my own production screen, but so far I got it where I can move my, ship around, and I can blow this up.
I thought you were so when you said blow it up, I thought you said you could shoot the comic.
Well, no, I don't have it shooting yet, so sorry. I just have, if you notice the planet coming down on the left, the stars moving, and the ship.
Are you using your mouse to steer, or are you using keyboard?
I'm using arrow keys. I
Okay.
I think I can, but I don't have my mouse set up right now. But yes, you can. So anyway,
kind of like River Raid.
Not the Boreans too much.
Did you get the rights to use Jupiter in this?
The what? These are all free and open source graphics.
Did you get the rights to use Jupiter in that?
I don't know. It was out there, said free and open source graphics, so that's what I used.
It's kind of like Thingiverse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to learn how to do my own graphics. I'm trying to do that too. I'm using that Pixel program. what's it called? I can tell you that too, but it's right here if I find. Oh no, Aspire. So,
The credit card company.
well, wait, is it Aspire? I don't know what's good. ASEPI. Wait, RITE. Small text. Sorry.
Asprite.
Asprite. That's it. Yeah, that's what it is.
Give you an Asprite.
I don't know what it's called. That's
We could go so many places with that.
I'm drinking some
We are not going
Asprite.
to. Drink,
Not,
yeah,
not a sponsor.
yeah, not a sponsor. That's Dr. Pepper zero sugar.
Don't say that.
Yeah, I know.
You can't say that.
But
Yeah.
of course, I'll probably be doing this till I die. Never publish anything. But that at least I got that far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
MC, I've been telling you that forever. You're gonna die, and no one's ever gonna finish your game. So
No, well, that's why I have a game that I'd love someone to create for me, but that'll never happen.
I'll make sure that all of your work's hidden, so there's no family embarrassment. And...
I have a 2D game I want to make and a 3D game, but if I get the 3D one, I'm gonna need Microsoft or someone to make it. Well, because it's too complicated.
Let me just reach out and ask them if they'll make a game for me.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Hey, Bethesda, I have an idea for a game. Can you make this for me?
I friended Phil on Xbox. I'll send him a message.
Tweet at him, see what happens.
I'll tweet him and he'll boot me.
Yeah, you'll get blocked.
Yeah, I'll get blocked. You know.
Awesome.
Cool.
To see the progress. We'll have to get every 6 months an update.
Yeah, we're gonna need.
Wait, no. We have to do like yearly, and I might have it like shooting the next time. You know,
we're gonna need dev updates.
Dev updates, yeah.
You're gonna have to release each iteration on
You want a good laugh. Every time I go back to program it's like 2 months later, and I have to relearn the whole
it's
program.
like starting over.
Yeah, I have to start over.
Oh yeah. I started looking at the assembly for ColecoVision, and it's kind of like last time I programmed assembly, it was 68,000 in college. So yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. It was when I was in my 20s, I knew BASIC and Fortran, and I had a good memory. Now I can't remember any of that stuff.
Well, it's because their hair is gone.
Yeah,
I had hair back then.
Too much stress of working every day. The memory.
Exactly. So what else we got going on, guys?
What have you been up to, JM?
Yeah, just collecting.
What are you collecting lately? What do you get? What do you got? Have you got the two new Collectorvision games? Did you get that?
No, I don't. I can't afford those new ones. They're too expensive. Let me see here. Can I share screen? Do I have permission?
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I have got. That was one of my latest purchases. That was, I think, in October. It's a pretty good. It's a decent game for Coleco. And the label is pristine, as you can see. It looks pretty good. And I got Moonsweeper, which is Magic stuff. Is all their games were really pretty good. There was a little bit. I don't know if you can see it, like right here. There was a little bit of white. I just took a black Sharpie and covered it over, but other than that, it's in pretty good shape. So Moonsweeper, and then this one has been eluding me forever, so I finally got the Root Beer Tapper. Yeah, it was a good price too, and the label was like really nice, so I'm happy about that. And then that one is en route to me, Mr. Deuce Castle. I got that one. It's actually should be here next week.
I have Mr. Deuce Run.
Yeah, how is that? Did you play it?
I played it for about 15 minutes on
Don't like it, huh?
Saturday. It's good. It's
is it? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it actually it reminds me of the original Mr. Deuce. But that game, the one you have up on the screen, I played the hell out of that game. Both the original two Mr. Deuce.
Yeah, this one's definitely fun too. I got that one. I got that for a good price too. It was.
Yeah, I had that one as a child, and I played the hell out of that one. That was
when
I got back into collecting. That was one of the first ones I got.
And as you can see, the label isn't too bad for a Parker Brother label, because they tend to get all messed up. But that one was in good shape. And then this one I just purchased the other day, BC's Quest for Tires, and that's the actual cartridge. So the label it looks really good. So hopefully it will arrive that way and not crushed to death like your 5200.
Oh man, yeah, that's a whole that'd be a
What-
whole chapter by itself.
What is that like where you're like during Stone Ages?
Yep.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
on
it's
a
from
wheel.
it's from the comic strip BC.
Yeah, I had that on PC.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're on a wheel. You're standing on a wheel.
Yeah, this one, the original one, which is this one, was better than the second
Oh,
version.
yeah, absolutely. I agree.
The second one was sort of a bust. I mean, it's playable, but it just the gameplay just wasn't as fun as this one. So
I think I had the second one for the Apple. I may have had both of them for the Apple back in the day. I don't remember having that cartridge.
yeah, I'll probably get some of the newer ones that came out. They just came out with another one, didn't they?
They did. I was a little disappointed because I would have thrown it in to save some shipping.
What
But
was that one? That was Berserk.
they came out with Berserk and they came out with Safari Race.
Now,
This
did you see does Berserk look better than the one that came out with
Berserk
before?
looks really good. Tony Cruz was the author of Berserk, and it was one of his favorite games. So you could tell the love went into it. I mean, it really looks good.
So it looks better than the first one.
Which
Was it-
Frenzy?
No,
Frenzy?
didn't Berserk come out before too, or no?
I don't
I
think
think-
so. Frenzy, and back in the arcades, Frenzy, I believe, was the sequel to Berserk.
Oh, okay.
And Frenzy actually came out for the ColecoVision. And I haven't read any of the things to see if you have to use two controllers to play it. Well, one for moving and one for shooting, I think.
Okay.
I don't know. I know that with the 5200 one, they had a special adapter where you could, basically like a tank stick.
Maybe I'm thinking of different systems that it was available for.
Oh, it blows. I mean, obviously, it was out for the 2600, John. Maybe they're
Maybe I'm thinking of that. I always thought it was out for the
They did
Coleco too.
the 2600 was a fun game,
Mm-hmm.
but this one right here looks like it's more faithful to the arcade.
Yeah, so that's what I've been collecting.
Cool stuff.
And
Yeah.
I have there's a couple more that I want to get that are reasonably priced. So I think I want to get that Star Fortress. And now the Star Fortress, is your cartridge, is it yellow?
No, what he's done is
Because the
and he's
one I
real
saw,
nice. If you reach out to him, he's very nice.
yeah.
Real nice guy. But what he's doing now is instead of recycling cartridges, he's 3D printing them. And you're starting to see
because the one that I saw online was yellow.
mine's not. Mine's a recycled Coleco cartridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, which
So
I hate that some Donkey Kong lost its life for that cartridge.
yeah, I mean, I sort of like the yellow. It's kind of cool, but
I mean, nowadays everyone's 3D print the cartridges. There's no reason to be damaging old cartridges or anything,
Yeah, absolutely
Um,
agree with that.
there was another one I wanted to get, but I can't remember the title.
Yeah, his other one is good too. He did Star Fortress and he did what was the other one?
Space
Intruders or something like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was,
it's good. It's good.
That was like a Space Invaders knockoff,
Yeah,
I think.
because I bought what was it? Mean Santa from him, and inside the thing he said if you want these two, his price was better if you went directly to him than on eBay, which makes sense.
What was his last name? Duarte or something?
I believe I'd have to look it up, but if you search for Mean Santa, it comes up on his website, and he got permission to do the other two games from the original author.
Okay.
But the other two are good games. I think I paid 50 plus shipping for both the other two.
That's not bad. Yeah.
No,
Because
I don't. Yeah,
the one online, I don't even know if it was him selling it, but it was $30. So.
yeah. The yellow cartridge is his. I have him saved as a seller,
Oh, okay.
so in case he comes out with something else. What
Got
was
it.
funny was Mean Santa came in like it looks like one of those old videotape containers.
Oh yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, which I think that was done on purpose.
Somebody was actually selling one on eBay.
Probably was him.
Well,
It probably was
maybe,
him.
maybe. And it was like I want to say it was like $23 or something. It wasn't bad, really.
That's less than what I think I paid.
Yeah,
Because this one right here, since it had the box, was more.
it was. Well, this had the box of the instructions and the cartridge, and I know it
I'd
wasn't.
jump on it.
I know it wasn't more than 30.
Yeah, I'd jump on that if it was
Yeah.
under 30. That's a good one for the collection. It was fun. I played it for a little bit. I played the Mr. Do Run, and I liked it. I mean, it's I'd never seen it in the arcades. It reminds me of original Mr. Do. I mean, it's got
Yeah.
the same monsters chasing you and everything.
So that was an arcade port.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. I don't know if their boxes were interesting this time. They were, normally they put the arcade machine on the front.
Right.
And they didn't
do that
on
this
these
time,
two. Yeah. I put them in plastic to protect them.
Yeah.
It
What's
keeps
her
the-
name?
keeps
What's her name's
like-
getting? Oh, that's Collectorvision.
This is Collectorvision.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Opcode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Opcode hasn't released anything lately other than the I think he's doing some of the super game ones. Cody just came out with Kasimoto. I did get that.
Yeah.
And it's
That
fun.
one.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's the graphics on it are unbelievable. I mean, it's
Yeah.
worth how they're pushing it. And what I like about what I see Collectorvision and Cody doing is they're not requiring the super game module. Not that I have a problem with it. It's just kind of more fun to see what people can come up with running on the stock hardware.
Right.
More of
Yeah.
if you're a purist.
Yep.
So I like both, but it's just kind of cool. Especially, I don't know if you've seen the work that JF has done on the new Sydney Hunter. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic, and that apparently that's going to run from the stock hardware.
It is.
Yeah, not even going.
What else you
Need
got?
the-
What else you got, JM? Anything else?
See. Well, you guys probably already know about this, but I'll show it to you anyway. That's not what I wanted to show you. Never mind.
PCs.
Oh yeah, we know about that.
Yeah, we saw that already. No, that's not what hang on a second. I gotta.
Yeah.
Let me stop sharing here for a
Is
second.
that actually a Donkey Kong pop
I can't-
figure?
I have to kill you. Sorry.
Ah,
I can't reveal that. That's my special website I go to. I can't tell people about it.
yeah, you got to turn the volume down on those.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. This is the one I wanted to show you. Like I said, you probably already know about this, but I'll show it anyway.
I think
So
I know.
Atari has come out with this thing called Atari 50. Basically it's a playable tour through the video game history. Have you guys heard about this?
Yeah.
I have it on
Okay.
Switch.
Okay. So it's a retro collection. Apparently it is I think it's already available for, like John said, I think right here it says it's available for November 11th for Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and Steam. So but
It's getting good reviews. It's getting really good
apparently
reviews.
it is like an interactive thing.
Yeah, what's nice about that, John, is they made 5 new games. They took older ones and remade them new.
Yeah, that's what they said there. So I thought that was kind of cool. I might have to do that for my Switch because I have a Switch. So you said, have you played it, John?
Honestly, it's sitting over here in the wrapper still.
Okay, so
I have so many games and wrappers over here.
I'll wait for your review and then I'll decide whether how much was it, by the way?
It's on sale for 40 right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
No, it's not bad.
Is that for all the platforms or?
I was hoping Black Friday they might do sales on some new stuff.
Okay.
Be interesting if that one is included. It's
Yeah, probably won't be.
what's crazy is those reimagined games. They've been out for a while. They've been out on Steam and they've been out on Xbox and the Atari VCS, that new system. And I bought a few of them actually for the VCS. They're like $5 each on sale. And the Yars Revenge one I actually really wanted. That one looks like it could be a lot of fun. But the other reimagined games are fun, but they're hard as hell. I mean, they kick my ass. If you want a real short game, they're great for that. They're definitely difficult, but the graphics are gorgeous on them. So if it's got those reimagined games, you would have paid about $40 for all those already.
Right.
Yeah. I would say if you're able to get the Steelbook, get the Steelbook edition. It's $10 more.
Is that the one you got?
It is the one I got.
Wait,
God.
what's it called, John?
It's Atari 50, the Steelbook edition. It comes with a Steelbook.
Oh, okay.
It comes with a poster, and the game goes in like this gold steel book. It's like a collector thing, really.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't
Aren't there
care,
metal tins around them or something?
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
if you don't care about that,
I
then
don't care
worry
about that.
Yeah, I don't either.
The poster's cool though, and it's gonna go up in my game room when I open it eventually.
Hey, speaking of collector stuff, whatever happened to Opcode? They were supposed to come out with that 40th anniversary collector set.
I haven't seen anything. I know
Yeah.
when you did your podcast, she was talking about some of the challenges they had ran into with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, I'd reach out to Eduardo and just ask John.
Yeah, no, I'll have to.
He's real nice about responding, or reach out to her because
Right.
she was the one that was actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. It was nice on that get together that you did meeting them. And there was a
Yeah.
few people on that get together that were a lot of fun to meet.
Well, a certain other person is doing that now, so I guess I don't need to do it. So
I don't know if that's actually happening. So
oh really?
yeah.
If you guys remember, there was Plex, the movie streaming platform.
Yes.
They came out with Plex Arcade, and then it shut down at the beginning of this year. Which was like their retro game streaming platform. Did any of you guys use that at all?
No, I saw it. And it was kind of like, no.
Yeah, wasn't there an on live too at one time? On live streaming gaming?
They're
Pretty sure there was for a year or two before it went out.
So there was, I think it was funny because the Plex the Plex, I can't remember what it was called, but it didn't last very long.
No, it didn't. I remember seeing it.
But there's another service. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it because it's called AntStream. ANT.
Yes. Yeah, that's the big one, JC, that they use on the Atari VCS. That's the one that's their go-to.
Cool. So I actually didn't know that, but I did see that you can, that you can stream it on most of your mobile devices. And there's a free subscription. I'm not sure what is included in that. I haven't had a chance to test this myself yet, but there's a free subscription and then there's a paid subscription, of course. That's $40 a year. So what's that come out to? A couple bucks a month.
Yes, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
For the premium one. I don't know what the difference is, but they claim that there's over 1,500 retro games. But my point was that you can play these on all these different platforms. You can play them on your Fire Sticks. You can stream on all your computers, your mobile devices. It doesn't say that you can stream on Xbox or PlayStation yet, but that doesn't mean it can't come there. But you looking forward into the future, and even things that we have right now. PlayStation and Xbox both offer streaming services. We know what happened to Stadia, but that was doomed from the beginning.
Yeah.
Google
it was a cost problem when you have to buy your games outright and then pay for a service.
Right. But then but we have Amazon Luna now. That in a way is functioning in the same way that Google kind of was with Stadia.
I don't know of anyone on that though. Do you?
I mean, I have it. I have the subscription that's included with Prime.
Yeah.
So whatever games they rotate out a couple of free games.
Well, that's how they're getting everybody on it.
Every 3 or so months, and then you can pay for the main subscription. I'm not sure off the top of my head what that is, but it's kind of operating in the same way that Google Stadia was. So I'm a little interested in seeing how that pans out, because you pay for the subscription, but then you still have to go in and pay full price for some games that aren't included with the subscription plan.
But you see how they're driving everybody there. Everybody wants free shipping, so you're automatically getting tied to that service, right?
Well, yeah, you get tied.
Well, Google didn't have that. What would be their way of driving someone there?
Well, yes, they don't have an automatic driver like that,
right?
But they're both operating in the same right at the edge there, where you're part of a prescription. You have to get a subscription, and then still pay for the full price for certain games. Now, Amazon Luna, they've been buying up like mobile developers. There's some mobile development teams that have been blended into the Amazon Luna team, and it'll be interesting to see what they output. I'm hoping it's not just going to be like, here's some phone games, because there is an actual Amazon Luna device, and a controller and everything that you can buy. You can stream it on your computers. You can stream it. I believe you can stream it on the PlayStation. I don't know about the Xbox. I'd have to check. Can you stream Amazon Luna games on the Xbox?
That I don't know. I think you can on the Amazon sticks.
You can.
Or Fire Sticks, yeah.
You can. And then there's also, to get away from the Amazon Luna, which if anybody is interested, if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, there's some free games in there, and Thymesia is one right now.
Hey, John, how do you go about getting that? Like, how do you
Just
you have to download an app or something, or
so you can actually play the games, the streaming game, the games through your browser. You just have to go to the Amazon Luna website, sign in with your Prime account, and then you can stream through your browser. So just plug a controller into your computer, or like MM said, on your Fire Stick, your tablet, whatever mobile device your phone would work. But so Netflix actually has a game streaming service too.
Yeah.
And it's kind of hidden, and it's mostly mobile games, but it's mobile games that Netflix has developed, or at least has paid people to develop. And I didn't know it even existed till recently, when I was messing around in the Netflix app on my phone, and I found like a game tab. And I haven't really played anything in there, so I can't speak to the playability or the quality of those games. But there's that, and there's also a paid subscription service. And now, Apple has the Apple Plus service that's the streaming movies and their mobile games, because they've bought up developers. And then Android, or Google, is going to start doing the same thing with the Android store. There will be a subscription tier for their pro games, or whatever they call their service. So we're just kind of seeing, again, everything's starting to get partitioned off, and the developers are being bought up. And now here's the mobile games. There's mobile game streaming services now, which you have millions of free mobile games, whether they're good or bad. There's millions of them in both stores, on Amazon store, on whatever platform. There's all kinds of free mobile games. And now they're going to start getting sucked in to these paid platforms, the paid subscriptions. So
can you play Luna on your PC?
Yeah.
I was streaming a game on my MacBook through the browser.
sounds like something cool to try out. I've been out there a couple of times. Well, you actually mentioned about that one game it's like $50 right now on Xbox and everything, and you can at least play it, see if you like it on
Thymesia.
On Luna.
Yeah, that's another like a Dark Souls kind of Elden Ring play style game. But
so in other words, you're saying I won't like it right away.
Well, I mean, give it a play, because maybe, but you can at least give it a try. And it's, if you have,
I know, at least I can try it without buying it. And
if you have Amazon Prime, it's technically, it's free. It's not free because it's included in your subscription, but it's technically free. It's free to play those.
It's a benefit. It's a benefit.
It's a benefit.
It's a friend with benefits.
Yep. So that's what I got. I just want to mention a few of those things. Didn't know what anyone else's ideas on that were. Maybe I'll go more in depth on the next one, but just a couple things. We have a new game of the month coming up soon.
Yep.
We have a new Play or Nay coming up soon. This will all be around Thanksgiving, maybe after, depending on timing.
Cool. I think everyone knows that I'm big into 3D printing and stuff like that. So what I wanted to do is chat about an author that I found. I think you guys have seen there's an awful lot of Patreons out with people doing their own designs. And I found this one guy that I really like. Let me share my screen here. I really like the stuff that he has done recently. Can everybody see this okay?
Mm-hmm.
So his name is, and I want to make sure I get this right here right. His name is Michael Baleres Rodriguez, and I apologize if I'm saying his name wrong, but I was going through and looking at some of the models that he has done. And in fact, when I go back to out of the screen, I'll show off my Deadpool. So for $10 a month, he's doing 3 models. And when you join, you're getting these 11 plus you get another one. And the one I actually picked up was, let me go ahead and show this one. This is the Deadpool that I'm actually doing, which I think is kind of cool. And I'll show it before we drop off. But let me show you this one right here real quick.
Blow up that Hulk at the end.
Blow up that Hulk, I will.
Yeah,
That
that's
Hulk
what it
is
looks
pretty
like.
cool. But when I show you this, look at this one. I'm actually printing this one right now.
That's pretty neat too.
Isn't that cool? Well, I
Yeah.
mean, the base is like this big. I mean, it's big. Tell me that isn't cool.
That is.
So, but that's one of the, it gives you one extra model beyond the ones. I'll go back to the Hulk. So actually, if I do the Hulk over here, you'll see it bigger.
Yeah, see, that's cool looking.
Isn't that cool? And here's what I like about it. This is a great example though. Thanks, Mike. You can see where they fit, how this right here fits together. It's
Now,
like
I
a
got a
jigsaw
question for
puzzle.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Would the biggest piece there be under 4 by 4, or what is it, 4 inches by 4 inches?
Yeah, he actually makes them where they'll fit on an Ender 3.
Yeah, because
Like
I
the,
got
the Jurassic Park stuff I'm printing on an Ender 5, which is the same bed size. But the Jurassic Park is 3 of these across. You can kind of see the detail on there. Yeah.
That's neat.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm amazed at how that stuff. We'll put a link in, but this is his Patreon, and again, I kind of like the models that he's doing with these. The Batman looks kind of cool. So let me stop my share here, and I'll show off the. So I'm not great.
It's great. It's great.
This
to
is the
print those,
Deadpool.
but you got to have painting
that's real
skills
nice.
too.
Yeah, this is the Deadpool, and I originally printed it in pink because I'm getting rid of all my old colored filament. So this is, I don't have the katanas completely on there, but as you can see, I'm still working on painting them. But the models are pretty big. Now you could scale it, but this right here, Mike, you were asking, this right here will work on an Ender 3. So I don't have the grenades on. Here's the grenades. But yeah, I mean, I like printing things. I'm getting better at painting. Like John was saying, I mean, yeah, you got to paint it, but you know, when you're dealing with some of the stress at work and stuff like that, it's a good, yeah, to me, it's a good way of getting away from that. It's a good way of distracting me where I'm, painting. It's nothing like printing a giant Deadpool, right?
Are you saying that you don't get drunk and do drugs like the rest of us?
I can't anymore.
What
So,
Mike is saying is it's therapeutic.
it's therapeutic. And one other thing I'll show though, and again, 3D, we're talking about 3D printing. So one of the things that let's see if this rear is actually going to share it. There we go. So this is the Miner 2049er cartridge for the ColecoVision. And one of the things that we have done is we have made a design of it. And I say we, and by we, I mean my son. But this right here is actually, that's on an Ender bed. But this kind of shows you what you can do if you're not into 3D printing and not into CAD stuff, if you ever got into it. This right here, from what I understand from one of the current ColecoVision publishers, is they can send that model and basically get it in injection molded. I didn't realize you could do that with STLs, but it does make sense. So you can 3D print the prototypes. That's actually how they made the Phoenix. If you ever look back at some of the stuff on the Collectorvision Phoenix, the prototypes were 3D printed.
Right.
And then they sent that file to the injection molder. I didn't know that when I was showing off this cartridge to one of the publishers, and he was like, I could actually just get that right there injection molded. I'm like, really? That's really cool. So there.
Nice.
Thought I'd show that up.
What was special about the Miner 2049er?
It can actually take it apart. Here.
Okay.
It actually comes apart.
Okay.
This is actually a broken cartridge. So, but this board is broken.
Got it.
So, but yeah, I mean, that's what's cool about it. But what you were talking about this earlier is to get people away from killing these old cartridges. I mean, this one right here is broken anyways, so
Right.
it doesn't really matter. But to kill a minor 2049er for a new homebrew when you can simply just 3D print a case, it's better to 3D print it.
Right. No,
So,
I agree.
cool. Well, with that, I will turn it over to John.
I gotta do this
JC.
again.
Yeah.
See, you think things were better before you were here, because then I could just forget you and it wouldn't even have mattered. Just kidding. What was the name of that again? Let's plug it one more time.
Which one?
The 3D printing guy that you just talked about.
He's talking about
website.
he's on Patreon as Sephon, SEPHON. It's the Creative Geek MB is what he goes by. He's out of Colombia.
In South America.
In South America, not Columbia, South Carolina.
Right. It's different spelling.
It's a different spelling.
It's a U or it's an O instead of a U.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
His name is Michael Rodriguez, and he's been very nice and helpful when it's come to asking questions and stuff on his Patreon. So
Cool. Well, we'll
yeah,
make sure
very excited.
Make sure we put a link in there. Push him. We don't normally talk a whole lot about 3D printing and stuff like that, so it's always good to get those topics in here. Maybe we should start covering more about that because I believe we all own 3D printers.
Yeah.
I don't use mine, but that doesn't mean I can't start.
I just don't paint anything. I print.
But
I'm learning. I'm getting better at the painting.
maybe we can bring him on for an interview sometime. I don't know how productive that would be if we're just talking about designs or something, but we'd love to hear from him, obviously. Anyways, as I had mentioned before, maybe I'll just pull what I already said and just put it right here. Then I don't have to say it again. Because I don't have the dates in front of me anymore. But anyways, we have a couple podcasts coming up. They're going to be coming out. It's Game of the Month and Player Nay are coming out sometime around Thanksgiving.
The
Dates could
22nd.
dates could change depending
They
on
could
people's
change,
schedules.
That's a tentative date.
But look at them. And if you only listen to the flagship podcast, which it is our most listened to series, obviously, because it's the longest running, we have another one till in around this time in December, the middle of December. So have an awesome Thanksgiving to all of our nerds out there. Spend time with your families, go outside and touch grass, get away from the computer and mobile devices. I don't know, do fun stuff, go to church and repent, do something.
Black Friday. You got Black Friday too.
Yes. And we will have a live Black Friday stream as we always do. Don't know who all is going to be on it, but I will at least be there. Actually, wait, no, we do Cyber Monday. I'm sorry. It's a Cyber Monday stream. Live Cyber Monday stream. We only do it for a few hours. It's just something fun. There's no structure. We always just get on and mess around. And we're also gonna have our Tech G game of the year, games of the year, at the end of the year and sometime at the end of December.
And our Razzies. We're gonna do a Razzies too.
That's new to me, but yes, we can do that.
No. We talked about that. We talked about that with doing one with the worst games.
I got you. We're gonna do the games of the year. And whenever you said Razzies, I was thinking Raspberry Pi for some reason.
Oh, you're getting hungry, man. You're getting hungry.
No, I mean Raspberry Pi, like the computer.
Yeah.
I have a Blueberry Pi. But anyways, we're gonna have games of the year, and then we will do the worst games of the year.
The worst games of the year,
which will be interesting. So anyways, all this stuff coming up. Like I said, everyone have a great Thanksgiving. If you only listen to the flagship, check out some of our other podcasts if you're interested. Guys, you got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, like we always say at Tekagy,
stay nerdy, my friends.
That wasn't too bad. Anyways, all right, everyone stay nerdy. Have a good one.